The Christian church has a really hard time understanding that the sacrificial law and God's law, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Covenant, are separate things. And one of them was magnified and refreshed, and the other was done away with. That's why Yeshua said it is finished. So in 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, we're told that sin is transgression of the law. Okay, so sinning is transgressing God's law, breaking the Ten Commandments. So there's one law there, and it's sin to break that. In Galatians 3, 19 through 26, it says that the law was added because of transgression until the promised seed should come, and then the sacrificial law, that's Yeshua, right? So right there you have two separate laws. One was given, it was broken. That's sin. The definition of sin is breaking the Ten Commandments. Because of the sin, another law was added on top of that, and that was sacrificial law because of transgression until Yeshua would come and fulfill it and finish it, right? Because in Deuteronomy chapter 5 and 6, God gives the Ten Commandments, and it says, and he added no more. When he gave the two tablets, that was it. There's the Ten Commandments, he added no more. But then if you go further on, because they broke it in Deuteronomy 31, verses 24 to 26, it says, write the words of the law of this book and put it on the outside of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ten Commandments were inside. Put the sacrificial law on the outside until these things are finished. And then Yeshua says in John 19:30, the famous words, it is finished. What did he finish? That was him fulfilling that prophecy. He fulfilled sacrificial law as the spotless lamb, took it away, magnified the Ten Commandments, so we show mercy now, which is loving your neighbors yourself. It's rebuking, so people don't suffer the consequences of sin. That's true love of your neighbor and true mercy, okay? So Yeshua did not come here to promote lawlessness, to allow you to break the Sabbath and lie and steal and commit adultery and murder and so on and so forth. He came to take away the sacrificial law punishment of stoning people to death when they sinned, so that you can rebuke your neighbor, teach them to keep the Ten Commandments. That's how you bless your neighbor and turning them away from their iniquity. That's what Yeshua did. That's what he's prophesied to do. Deuteronomy 18, Acts 3, right? And we're to do the same thing. We ought to walk as he walked. 1 John chapter 2.